What's up, everybody? This review, we're taking a look at the Storm Arena Street Fighter Alpha Ken. Now, this is pretty cool. This is one I've been waiting for a long time to check out because this is going to determine pretty much, I guess, somewhat of the direction of their 6-inch figures. I do collect a lot of Storm figures. I do their, because I do think they make the best video game figures. They have been, the fighting game. And they've been making them in like this 8-inch scale, like their old stuff, their normal stuff, but it's not the normal scale for most of my figures. I'm a 6-inch figure collector. We do the 112 scale. So those other ones look great because they're larger bodies and they're able to get more details in them. But man, they don't go with anything. It's hard to do crossovers with. So then they made the announcement, and I think thank you. I'm gonna say go ahead and say thank you, Jada. I think Jada kind of lit a fire like, hey, 6-inch scale is where it is, where it's at. We're going to pump out Street Fighter figures too and give everybody an option. And not only that, but give you um, a lot of stuff for your money. So they give you like quantity and quality. Like it's pretty cool. I think it let Storm, put them on notice a little bit, I feel like. Because more people are going to go towards that. I mean, if you can get something nice from them, why not? So of course there's licensing things, and Jada does the Street Fighter 2, and Storm right here is starting out with their Alpha series, but they're doing Alpha 3, it looks like, versus Jada is also going to be getting into the Alpha line. But we'll see how this goes. I do love Storm stuff. It's just also a matter of when you're going to get the rest. So here we're starting out with the Ken and I believe Ryu were the first two announced, and I mean they look cool from the promos. But again, we're gonna check them out here. So here's the packaging, really nice packaging. I'm not gonna count it as like an import figure, even though it kind of is, or it is technically. So I'm not keeping the packaging like it's some kind of figure arts thing. They did bring the price point down. Of course, it is 112 scale, Alpha 3, Ken, like the window box. Like the other Storm stuff, they got a plastic sheet over it, but it also kind of hinders you from looking. It looks foggy. Their old stuff gets very dingy over time, and it's hard to see anyways. So yeah, definitely not gonna want to keep this for me anyways. You got artwork on the side. You've got him on the back doing different move sets for him. Really nice. Looks good. I mean, it's got Alpha written all over it. So yeah, let's get him open and check him out. Looks awesome. But he's not without his faults. We'll get into that in just a second. But this guy, outside the packaging, makes me think import figure. And that's not a bad thing, but it's just making me think I need to keep that box. It gives you that feeling like a figure arts or something like that. Still going to let it go. Try not to get in the habit of that. But yeah, he looks really, really cool. You got this background that was sitting in there. And then you got the stand for him, and it looks like there's a stand here to actually hold that background. So I'm glad I didn't just toss it or anything like that. You got this flame effect for him. Nice translucent. Little orange that goes to red for his uppercut. You've got this other smirking face, which looks good. Really liking that. Little shading around the cheeks and that sort of thing, just kind of smirking. I love the hair on it. Could have used some more dry brushing in the hair though. You've got some detail in the hairband. So that does look good though. Got this piece hand. Got this hand here. Another one there. Both of these palms, like it's gonna do is Hadouken. So different poses. And he doesn't come with a fireball effect. Kind of interesting. Yeah, let's get this. So this looks to be all sealed. The stand here. I figured it'd be something with a flap over it that was taped. But not bad. Let's take a look at him. So him himself, this is where it kind of gets a little iffy. He looks great, but mine had this arm here. This arm was like really, really loose. Like I turned it and it just pops off. But I figured I would show this part because it comes off so easy. You see how this part actually just slides over the shoulder joint, and then you can see how it works. And I think that's pretty cool seeing how it works. Now you can see there on the end, it's actually misshapen, like it was molded weird, and that's why it's not holding in there. So that's why it's just falling off. So it has some tension, and again, you just barely touch it, and it's falling off. So that's just a mismolded part right in there. So I'll have to let them know about that. But for now, we'll keep on going. Um, you got the nice head sculpt there. Just a simple smirk, not playing around, but also kind of serious for him. Long hair. You got the headband or hair tie. Got his red. You can see the texturing in there. Looks really good. I like that. And that texturing is all the way down. This is like a soft plastic, all soft plastic. His chest, also soft plastic. I hate that. That doesn't seem as crazy as the larger scale. So not too crazy. All the way down. You can see a lower ab crunch in there. So this guy has some cool articulation. We'll get into that. Legs. Got a little bit of dry brushing in there. Bring out some of those details, which is nice that they did that. Feet sculpt looks good. And he looks good. For articulation, head looks down. It's just a double ball peg, so it doesn't really move too much like that. But you got the base of the neck joint, and he can look down pretty good. Looks up pretty okay because the hair gives a little bit. But most of it's coming out of the neck joint. It's helping you out. And then, of course, you can roll around, which looks nice. T-pose. And again, this arm just popping off. That's going to get annoying for me. So we'll go to the other arm. Nice T-pose. Upper bicep cut. Double jointed elbows, which look great. I like that. Hinge, rotation, all that in the wrist. Look how nice that is. It's like really tucked in there. You got the diaphragm cut, which moves nice. And then you get the awesome ab crunch also in there, which lets you really move down and around. Like he's going to load up for his sure you can. Really, really cool. Like look how natural that looks. And I love that combination. The diaphragm and ab crunch, amazing combination. I wish every figure kind of came with that now. But yeah, he looks like he's getting ready to load up, and it looks good. And then he'll come up and do the rising. Yeah, it looks good. Do it from this angle. So that's an awesome part of articulation there. You got drop down hips. You see the joints in there. Upper thigh cut, double jointed knees. You've got a lower pant cut underneath there, and then you got the hinge, rotation, all that in the ankle, and then toe joints. So you get some really, really cool. You can get some really cool posing out of this guy. Of course, you throw on his little flame effect here. And the hands are like this soft plastic rubber. And just really cool. Sure you can. Yeah, really cool. And then we've got our little taunting finger. Pop this head sculpt on. Really awesome. So cool. That nice little taunt. A really nice figure, I mean. Probably how it might go on the display. That's a tough call because he also comes with his little peace fingers. Yeah, I mean, this guy is awesome. It is definitely like import figure style. And I think that's great. The stuff that they do give you kind of really shows his personality. Let me get that stand out and see if it will hold him. I'm pretty sure it does hold him for his Shoryuken, but maybe like his Tatsumaki or something like that. We'll see. All right, so here he is doing his Shoryuken uh, with the stand holding him. Just got these different points where you can move it for balance. Um, Moved it to the far back that way it could hold his weight to the front. Looks really cool. Looks really good. That arm is kind of killer. Um, but yeah, he looks good. He can hold him, doing his little kick. It does come with this part here. I believe it's to hold the board here, but it's also in the same shape of this part right here that goes around his waist. So I wonder if they gave a metal one to be a little more durable. So it would slide down in there. I'm thinking that might be what it's for too. I'm not sure, honestly. But it would be kind of makes sense, I guess. Give it a little more durability. They look very similar. So accomplish the same goal. Or is it just to hold that in the back? I'm not sure, honestly. All right, so for comparison, we've got our Storm Original Kin. This is the larger scale. We've got this new Arena Kin. We've got the Jada Kin and the Jada Violent Kin. So this is the San Diego Con exclusive. You can see them all here. You can see how they vary in height, but these three are, of course, going to be the ones that are very similar. They're actually pretty close in height. Um, they've all got the detail in the gi, except for this one. The Storm one is pretty smooth, but it looks really cool. And again, it is larger scale. But I am definitely feeling the new Arena line as far as that Ken goes. Definitely want to see some more figures in there. You can see the different skin tones. I like the skin tone on this Ken versus the rest of them, but this one isn't bad either. This one had some, this one's arm keeps falling off, the Storm one, the Arena one, and that's just a misshape in the mold versus like, uh, I don't know, I guess just really, really bad QC sort of thing. It was just more of a mold thing. This guy's got like some extra paint here in the neck that makes it look like he's sweated and it pooled all in one area. So he had his own QC thing for me. And the Violent Ken one was pretty cool, but it's got the shading in there. So not terrible. They've all got their own thing going on. But I'd say for me, if I had to only have one Ken, it'd probably be this one here. And I'm saying that as like a good version of this guy, not the QC version that I have right now. But if this guy was not having an arm fall off, he'd definitely be my straight out number one. But right now, he is my number one. Because I am going to figure out a way to get that done. I am going to, I got this through Big Bad, so I'm going to let them know, hey, mine was defective and see what they can do for me. But I do want to replace him and get a better one. This one has a nice skin tone too, the Jada one. Not bad, a little bit darker, a little tan. But pretty cool. Different head sculpts or hair sculpts. Of course, the Alpha one's got the longest hair. And man, they all look really cool together. Just different versions. And it's cool that we have options like that you can go through and grab. Soft chest on this one. Soft chest on this one. Just a little bit tougher now, which is nice. I'm glad they went to a little more sturdier material. And then these ones have the solid plastic, which I prefer. But yeah, there they are. They look good. Again, this one doesn't have as much detail in the gi versus these three. This one's got the shading in the legs. This Ken one does not have any shading, really. I guess just a little bit in the gi, but not as much. This one seems to be like a perfect amount, but this Violent Ken does have the shading in it. It's just that off color, his aura. So then we got the different gloves and of course the different hair for the Alpha version. So yeah, that's the differences there. If I could only have one, again, it would be this one, that new Arena one. The head sculpt seems to be better. I like the head sculpt better than the Storm one, than the Jada one. It's a little bit, it's like sharper, It's like import style, I guess. It's just sharper. And I don't want to say import style because the Mayfix stuff looks a little soft to me. But yeah, it looks sharper to me. It looks good. Versus this one looks kind of toyish now, cartoony. You know what I mean? Hopefully that comes across the way I'm like trying to get it to come off. The paint looks good on the Arena one. I just like the Arena one more, and it's mostly because of that. The head sculpt just looks better to me. Again, I don't know that this happens, Arena, without Jada doing its thing. It could have been in the works for a while, It could have been getting ready to happen, but because Jada got theirs out first, it makes you automatically think of that. I think Jada will always be in the picture now because of that. And then the thing is that Jada has pretty much the entire line for the Street Fighter 2 out already, and Storm has had the line forever, and we haven't had the Street Fighter 2 line completed yet. Mortal Kombat's gone now, and we didn't even get everybody out of there because they took forever. So what happens with this Arena one? Same thing happens. That's one of those things that come in too. Is like you want to invest in a line and get into a line, and you may not even finish it. That's kind of rough, I hope they learn from that, and Jada learning from Jada, getting all these figures out to us, like get it out to us. It can't be that. I don't feel like it's that crazy seeing all these. You can go online and look at all these creators and stuff like that are getting lines out and out and out, and It's like, why does Storm take forever? What's going on over there? Their stuff is good, and I'm pretty sure there's like reuse in there. So why not? Like, what's happening right now? And I've always wondered that. I've always been curious about that. I know there's not a lot of people at Storm, but couldn't there be? Couldn't you get more help? Like, I don't know that, and it's not like I talked to them directly or anything like that. I wish I could find out that part for sure. Like, what's the rationale behind jumping around and not completing something? I think more people would be more on board, but I mean, right now this guy is a really nice figure, and I knew it would be because I love their other stuff. It's just the question of are you going to get everybody or not? So we'll see. We'll see how they decide to handle this new line, throwing it in there while still doing the old line because they're still producing figures for the old line. So, it's one of those. Can we please just finish? But I am happy. Don't think that I'm not happy with this figure. I love it. I am gonna do something about. I am gonna like let them know I got a defective one and see where it goes from there. But right now, yeah, you can see it just fell off just like that. Uh, right now, I still love this figure more, and I'm thinking of it more as a completed figure. Like if it didn't have this little QC thing on the peg going on. Now, if this was like everybody, all of them like this, yeah, I'd be really, really upset about it. But I love the look of it, um, the sculpt on it, everything about it. Really, the skin tone, maybe a little bit more tan. Maybe that's just that, but that's like a preference thing. As a plainer, softer skin tone, though, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I've seen way worse, like super pale, that sort of thing. It's not yellowing, so I mean, it looks good. So yeah, hopefully this helped you out in some way. Hopefully you don't get a QC issue like mine. I am gonna take care of that again because I do want this one in my collection. I do like the arena stuff so far, even though this one had that issue. I'm looking at it as without that issue. It does suck that I do have that issue. Open your figures, check them out. You never know what's gonna happen. Hopefully not everything is like that since this is the first figure in their arena line, and you don't want to start out being crazy like that. So, as always, I hope I helped you out in some way, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Later.